finish maybe in the next 10 or 15 minutes. So let me call back the leaders, our top leaders, the GLT. Susan, please join me on stage. Tobeka, join me on stage. Duna and Enos. Quickly, and we are going to do a question and answers. Please pose your questions. You ask a silly question, we give you silly answer. So please, serious questions, business-oriented questions. Yeah, so feel free, you're welcome. We have Luna all the way from Botswana, number 3 Sadiq, number 3 Sadiq, number 5 in Africa. So, question direct to a person who can ask a general question is okay.
Good afternoon. The question is directed to Duna and Sue. What makes Botswana to be more in activities that are happening in Forever Africa? If I'm to look at the population of Botswana versus other African countries, it doesn't add up to me. What's the secret?
So maybe before you answer, we take 3 more questions and then you answer.
Sorry, before you go on, can she ask it again?
Okay, can you hear me? My question is, what makes Botswana be the head if I'm to look with the population of other African countries? Botswana's population is less, but the vibration is very, very high. What's the secret to the team? Because it comes back to the team and how you are managing or leading the team.
Okay, another question.
This one is directed to the Selebus. You spoke earlier about making sure that your new distributors are on board. So what exactly do you do to make sure that they kickstart that business? You need new distributors. Okay. Another question.
Oh, we should go ahead and answer.
Hi everyone. Hello Africa. My name is Marabai. Yes, I am a supplier manager in the business, and I joined Forever in June 2018. Here is my mother. And when I joined Forever, I was told I have to be coachable, I have to be teachable. You understand? So from the word go, when I joined the business, I learned to be exactly like that. And when you do that, your team, the people that you partner with, they obviously copy you, just like we've been learning here. That people copy your energy, your team, they copy, everything that you do. If you are lazy, they copy your laziness. So we also do a lot of activities that unite us. It's very important because we know in this business we win by working as a team. We show up as leaders so that we achieve a common goal. You understand? And we also do a lot of CC generating activities because we can be many, but if we are not doing the work, you can be many in a group, hundreds of people in a WhatsApp group. But if we are not doing CC generating activities, a small population, it will bring more CCs if they are working compared to a population that has millions of people. So it's about CC generating activities, not just showing up without a goal, without knowing what you want. When you do a launch, what CCs do you want from having that launch? You understand? When you are going to show up in a certain location, who are you targeting? It's clear.
And just to add on that, guys, like our mother said, we don't spare ourselves. You know, when we joined Forever Living, we became aggressive from the start. If I'm meant to share my testimony just in a minute, guys, I used to be a secondary school teacher. And when I joined Forever Living, I had just one goal. I was so sick and tired of teaching. I was so sick and tired of the little salary that I got from the teaching profession. I wanted more. And you know, I took time, like I sacrificed my entire 3 years after partnering with Forever. For 2017, 2018, 2019, I literally had no free weekend. Ask me, guys. I was teaching in Maun and I built teams across the country. From Maun to Gaborone, where I had my biggest teams, is 1,000 kilometers. Every Friday, when I knocked off, I would hop into an overnight bus because I couldn't afford to do flights then. I would hop into the bus on a Friday evening. I would go to Gaborone. Saturday, I would rest in the morning, go to church. I'm an Adventist. Go to church. After church in the evening, I would do a lunch. Sunday afternoon, I would do a lunch. Sunday evening at night, I hop back into the bus, travel to Maun the entire night. Monday morning, I would arrive in Maun, go to my house, freshen up, 7:30, I would show up at work, deliver the content in the classroom. Yeah. That used to be my life for the entire 3 years. When they say to you that you need to be aggressive, and when he said that Forever Living is a 3 to 5 year plan, I knew that if I sacrifice my family time, he used to stay with the kids. Kennedy used to stay with the kids, and my family knew, my kids knew that on Fridays you won't see mommy until Monday morning. So I would spend the 5-week day with the family. The weekends were dedicated for building my business. For 3 full years, guys, without a break, I did that. And on the 4th year, Forever Living freed me. It gave me time freedom. It gave me financial freedom. I started traveling with Forever on my 4th year. Wow. I'm going to put in the work from now. Dedicate 3 full years into your business. You would say you're not cut for Forever when you see that for 3 years, when you put in the work and nothing is coming out, you will agree with me that network marketing is not for you. Forever is not for you. But if you haven't applied yourself for 3 years, don't expect any miracles. Don't expect any results. That is what we've been doing.
Okay. Thank you so much. And before we move further, when I started my journey with Forever, I read a book. It was saying how to build a multi-level money machine. And I remember this guy spoke about 2 things. He said if your business is not moving well, there are 2 things. 1, you are talking to the people, and 2, you fail to edify your sponsorship line. Now, I want you to give the microphone to Enos, please, and maybe if you can tell us a little bit the importance of edifying our sponsorship lines.
Thank you very much, Blandina. You know, your uplines are one of the most important people in your business. And there was a book that we read on secondary school called Things Fall Apart. I don't know if you also read it. For us who are old, some here they are wondering what is that. So once the center is no longer holding, everything falls apart. And the worst thing that you can do is to fail to edify your sponsorship line, is to fail to edify your uplines. Because when you don't edify your upline, guess what's going to happen? in just a matter of time, your team is not going to edify you. And when your team doesn't edify you, guess what happens? You have not control, but you have no influence on your team. So most of the ideas that you have, most of the plans that you have, you can only do them with a few people. And you want to be able to do them with your whole team. And the only way you can be able to do that is if actually you can have influence on them. And that starts by you edifying your upline. And everybody, if you think about your upline, he has 80% good and 20% not so good. Just like everybody else, right? Just like you as well. You're 80% good and maybe 20% not good. And the mistake that sometimes we make is we focus on the 20%. Instead of focusing on the 80%, which is enough for you to focus on and edify. And when you edify your upline, you have created a culture in your team. It's not just about the fact that I will need my upline to come help me close my prospects. That one you need very much when you're starting. But it's about creating a culture where everybody speaks positively about everybody else. And when people speak positively about their uplines, guess what? Even they'll learn how to speak positively about their crosslines. And then everybody is speaking positively about everybody else. And when you come up with gossips, you don't find, who can I tell these gossips to? Where can I take this negative energy to? There is no one ready to receive. And whenever you feel like every time people bring you the gossips, just know you're the one who has opened that gossip door. You have presented yourself as someone that can accept all the garbage. You are a garbage truck. Don't be that. Don't be that. Be the person that only brings the positive energy. So you have to edify your upline. And your upline are the ones that brought you when you were almost a nobody, right? Yeah. When you were a baby, when you knew nothing, when you knew nothing. And how lucky are we? Our uplines are actually right here, our sponsors. Can I ask them to stand up? Let me brag on their behalf. Let me brag on their behalf because I know they are too humble. They've built a seriously strong business. They've created more leaders than anybody else in Tanzania. I can assure you that. They can choose never to touch their business even for 10 years, and they are sure there's serious money coming in. Yes. Serious disease coming in. That's the fact. That's the fact. And I can remember like yesterday when we got started, when they were grooming us, when they were working with us, the discipline that Kusha was giving us, making sure that we are authentic, making sure that we don't oversell, making sure that we have 100% integrity. And the coachings we got from them, they are still in us up today. And we are now spilling over that coaching to the team. We have my sister, their likeness, super energetic, never giving up. You can never stop her. When she wants to go for something, she goes for it. I can assure you that. So getting that from her as well. So we have taken all of that and we've taken it all into us, and now we're also taking that to the team. And maybe now you may not see them so much as you used to. And for me, I say that's perfect, because that's everybody's dream, that one day you can be able to step back and look at your team performing wonders and see things happening without your presence. I mean, that is true leadership, creating independent leaders, and they've achieved that. Now, let us all take time to think about our uplines and how they've groomed us. Then you will see how much you actually need to value your uplines. And edifying them will be not even something that you need to think about. It will be automatic. And I'm sure you've heard them say, these are the number ones guys right now. But you've seen the way they talk about how they drew strength from their uplines. We all drew strength from our uplines at some point. So the more we remember that, the better. The more we remember that, the better. I hope I have answered.
So the microphone.
The question was,
Onboarding.
Oh, okay. Onboarding, it's actually the one thing that all of us here, I believe, we've sort of neglected. We've sort of just taken on people and given them half of the information to run with. But when you actually dive deep into it, somebody comes through, okay, now I'm going to make an example. I recruit him into the business. I recruit him into the business. We send over paperwork to the depot and all of that. Before that stock arrives at his house, we should have a planning session on what to do when the stock arrives with him. What does he need to do? Before I do that, I need to first understand what kind of a person he is. So during that planning session, I'm going to ask him, what does he want? What does he want to achieve by being in this business? Why does he feel that he wants to come here? Come closer to me so we can do it together.
I'll do it here. But the first thing that we do when we are onboarding someone, we congratulate them. This is very important. We validate their decision. Because remember, can you still remember the first time you bought stock? You were scared, right? And the people, when they buy stock, they've bought their stock, they've joined the business, they have something that we call a buyer's remorse. So they are scared. So the first thing that you do, you congratulate them. Well done, Kumo. You have taken a massive step. Your life is about to change. So what I am doing here, I am validating Kumo's decision, because the minutes some of my friends hear that she has joined forever, some are going to be negative. So as their sponsor, I need to make sure that I validate them. You made one of the best decisions. Kumo, if there's one decision that you have made, that your future self is going to thank you about in future, it is you joining forever. And when we are on Zoom, we then clap our hands to them and say, wow, what a massive leap of faith that you have taken. So when you are validated, when you are onboarding someone new, it is very important for you to congratulate them. And then number two, the person is going to talk about goals and stuff. We set realistic expectations, because this is very important. We don't ever use the word easy. We don't ever say the product sells themselves. We don't use that language when we are onboarding a new person. We tell them that it is going to be difficult. You are going to be rejected. Some of your friends they are not going to understand your decision. So we set realistic expectations. So when they go out there and they face challenges, they come back and say, hey, Mselekus, you told me this and this and this was going to happen, and it really happened. So it gave me strength to move on, because you told me that it is not going to be easy. One of the mistakes that we did as well when we started our forever business, it was setting unrealistic expectations. And when people faced challenges, they left the business because they expected it to be easy. They expected all their friends and families to say yes. They expected everyone to buy from them. So when they faced challenges, it was easy for them to just leave the business. So that is why we set realistic expectations. We tell them that this is a business. What you have done right now, you have invested in your business. This is something that we call business money. Now, my friend, this money belongs to the business. You don't touch this money. You need to understand that you will have to take care of your business until your business starts taking care of your money. The stock money doesn't belong to you. View it as a business loan. There will come a time where your business is going to generate so much money that you'll be able to withdraw back your initial investment. So when you are doing that, they understand that this money is not mine. This is money for me to go back to the depot and buy my stock again until I'm in a position where my business starts
taking care of itself. And then we set goals.
Yep, we set goals. Obviously, in this planning session, he's going to tell me what he wants. That's the key point, not what I see him as. I see him obviously as a diamond, but at that stage, I'm only showing him the vision. But I need confirmation from him that this is what I want to do. This is what I'm prepared. Now he's going to give me a number of his commitment levels to building this business. That number could be, I'm committed to give you 2 hours a day after Pastor, 2 hours a day in working in my business. Okay. Then after that, he will give me another number, which is I am prepared to be an independent leader by X amount of time, which means I want to be an independent distributor by 6 months. I'll be a manager level, which means he will now be an independent distributor. Not to say he's going to be on his own in 6 months' time. He'll still be part of the team, but he won't be spoon-fed on a day-to-day basis. He is going to learn throughout the 6 months how to take on leadership, how to be a leader, because you don't just wake up and be a leader. It's gonna take a journey. So as you move up in the marketing plan, that's your journey to becoming a fully grown leader. So that's the next step. And
okay, and then after that, we say to them, you know what, I want you to borrow me at least your first 90 days where we are going to do the work together and all that. And then we give them scripts, and then our goal is to make sure that you get your money back as quickly as possible. Now, this is your assignment. Write down the names of your 20 people. These are people that we call a hot market. People that trust you and you trust, people that you know you have their back and they have your back. You write down a list of a minimum of 20 people. And then we give them a script. This is the scripts that you are going to use to your hot market. Go to them and ask them to be your ones, just to support your business, just once. Obviously, there is a script that is written. And then we give them a script to go to their service providers. So they go to their service providers and then we decide on the launch date. This is the time where we are going to officially launch you to all your friends and family. So on this launch day, we don't invite other team members. This is just a launch day for Kumo. Where Kumo invites people, we do the poster, Kumo is there, her face, she is the host, and we are her guests. And then we launch her to her friends. But before we do the launch, because sometimes for them to get ready for the launch, it takes time, we say go out there and find us at least 3 people as quickly as possible that we can quickly have a Zoom meeting with them. And then we give them the characteristics that we are looking for. Someone that is ambitious, someone that is hungry, someone that is, a go-getter, outspoken. So we give them different characteristics that they have to look for. They bring those people, we talk to them on their behalf. This needs to be done as quickly as possible because you want your people to have their wins as quickly as possible. So basically that is us, launching
the new person
or onboarding the new person. And then obviously when they receive their startup pack, we do another, it's either a video call or via Zoom. We say, open the box. What is inside the box? They take out whatever, then we tell them. Inside the envelope, take out what is inside the envelope. They take out this, we tell them what is that and that and that. Which products do we have? They tell us and then we say, okay, this is for this and this and this and that. And then remember, you have to onboard your customers. And then we tell them what do they say when they are onboarding their customers, because we don't only onboard the new distributors, but they need to learn how to give that, customer care. And that is basically.
That basically makes you top of the range in terms of taking care of your customer. You bring something different than the next distributor when you come across, and although on the packaging it's written how to take the product, I'm taking extra care in telling you what it says on what to do, how to take the aloe vera, when to take it. Do you understand? So somebody feels more important. When you come across to sell to them, they'll tell you, no, I'm waiting for my supplier, because they become loyal, because I give them an experience. It's not just a transaction, it's an experience that I give my customer. And the last one is crucial conversation that you have with your customers, with your new distributor. And that's basically another Bible thing.
Thank you. And because of time, I won't allow more questions. I want to thank our top leaders, our GLTs. You can have your seats.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And back to Enos. I want you to close the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It won't even be so much of a closing, but rather, I just want us all to give first and foremost a big round of applause to Blandina, who has been an amazing host for us. I hope we've all enjoyed. I hope we've all learned a lot. And just to be sure, guys, everybody wrote on the commitment sheet. Everybody wrote, guys. There's something about writing. When you write, it goes to your subconscious mind. And you know, we agreed from the beginning, if the subconscious mind is not thinking about the goal, then you are more likely to just be motivated and not really get that everlasting inspiration from within. So let me just say, we have all had our light bulb moments as the meeting was going on. Is it so, guys? Yes. And for just 1 minute, maybe, let us all have a moment of you deciding one or two things, maybe three maximum, that these are the things that I'm committing. These are the things that I must leave this room. At least I'm taking this with me, because I don't want us to just be flooded with lots of ideas and not picking 1, 2, or 3 ideas that you know for sure is going to work on. So just a brief moment, please. Decide. And congratulations to the guys who are online. We've been having over about 200 to 300 sometimes people watching us online. So it's amazing. It's amazing. So we set, guys, with the goal of 500 Eagles for Africa. Now we are 109, so it's just to multiply by 5, which is quite easy. Very, very easy. If all of us here get to Eagle, that's already an extra like 80 Eagles. So if everybody here gets to Eagle and everybody here makes sure they bring at least 1 or 2 more Eagles with them to Pattaya, then for sure we are going to smash that goal. And don't let your past hold you back. Don't look at what you have failed to achieve in the past and allowing that to cause you not to believe that you can actually smash Eagle. And in closing, guys, let me just say these 6 words. Do what you resolve to do. Whatever it is that you have resolved to do while you're on this meeting today, let's go and do it. And of course, as we are working so hard, let us also pray very hard. Let us put God in our plans. Let us put God in our activities. You know, you can imagine if we are working hard and we have God by our side, nothing can stop us. So thank you all so much. And it has been amazing. As I told you, when we come to the end, you will actually feel like we should continue, but unfortunately, we have to go now and get those CCs so that we can meet again in Bali, and some of you will meet in Cancun, and then Pattaya again. So it's been exciting. Thank you so much. And we've come to the very, very end of our leadership training today. And let me wish you all the very best. And definitely we'll all see each other at the top. Thank you so very much, and all the best.